Hey, how y'all doing? Welcome back to the MajorSlackAttack, your first stop for titillating tactical gaming. This is a business video I did following the Too Close for Missiles mission, and I'm dubbing in the commentary because I recorded the video very late at night. I was eager to get on with some more gaming afterwards, and I couldn't do any commentary, so I had to do a business video and just do it without commentary. This is a spinny gun, a Jacobs spinny gun. It's unusual. And there's also a bit of lag here. This is also very unusual for Borderlands 2. Usually it runs smooth as butter. I don't know what the hell happened here. Maybe something was updating in the background. Anyways, eventually fixes itself. And yeah, a spinny gun where you have to, like, you know, fire as fast as you pull the trigger. That's really weird. So, yeah, that gets old. This here, rocket torpedo. I was kind of interested in this, but it doesn't measure up to my my slippery rifle, which has some very deceiving stats. It doesn't look all that great on paper, but it has performed amazingly. That slippery rifle. So here the fire rate's a lot slower, but it has more damage. This is just a matter of me being so used to the slippery rifle that this, I guess I'm kind of biased. This is actually not a bad weapon. You know, there's the slippery rifle. See, the fire rate's a lot better. So that gets the red X of death. It's gonna be a while before something beats the slippery rifle. This has got a huge magazine size. Well, the slack rating is not that great on it, but anything with a huge magazine just kind of, you know, gets my mouth watering. I'm kind of like thinking, I think what I'm doing is I'm doing the slack rating on it right now. So what was that, 946 times 52, or 5.2? 5.2 equals, hang on. That would have come out to 4,900. Not the greatest slack rating, if that's what it was. I was just going by what I remembered. Now I'm going to see if I could take down I'm not really willing to risk if I have to pay a death tax and I have to like exit the game, reload my backed up save. At this stage, with these death taxes cost a pretty penny, yeah, so that instantly gets the red X of death. Anything that puts me, you know, costs me a death tax or gets me close to dying instantly gets the red X of death. It just doesn't have the firepower. Huge magazine, but it just doesn't have the firepower, so. $945 times 6.7. Let's do the cycling rating on that. 945 times 6.7 equals, yeah, 6,000. 6,331. 6,331. Now my slack rating's got to be like upwards over 10,000, otherwise it's just not going to measure up to the kind of weaponry I've got on board now. Here's another one, big magazine. Slack rating on this 1349 times 4.9. That's not going to do it. Slack rating 6,600 once again. This is all mediocre stuff. Comparing this dastardly revolver to my filled iron. Filled iron's got a great scope on it. It's going to be a while before something beats that too. Even though I haven't used it in a while. Rock Salt gets the star. That TDR automatically gets the red X of death. And Moxie's, that's going to really perform well later on at Tiny Tina's Tea Party coming up later on, yeah. That was a lifesaver. That should have a star. That should have a star. I think I eventually end up selling that. Can't use that. And can't use this.
When you think murder, think Marcus.
There we go, down to 14 in the inventory, not too baggy. Just double checking everything here.
Let me know if anything catches your eye.
I should really stop shopping for grenade mods until like
Don't
level
have
up some more.
much fun.
I mentioned this later on in another video. Yeah, I tried to compare the homing fire beat to something that was like a grenade mod that had like 15,000 damage, and it's just the 15,000 damage grenade mod didn't hold a candle to the homing fire beat. That is one freaking special grenade mod. Okay, so now it's off to Sanctuary to do some shopping, and what ended up happening is nothing. I didn't acquire anything of interest whatsoever, and I didn't get any iridium on my Red Rock run, so I'm just going to skip ahead to when I start doing some gambling. And here we are. Gambling's always fun to watch. Especially when I get a couple of boom times. Okay, so firing up both machines at once now. Torg shotgun. 3 legs. Now this, I actually ended up field testing. This has got a great scope on it. I was seriously considering using this as my new slagger. Pardon me. What happened? What I ended up doing was I realized it wasn't that great of a slagger after all. It's got a fantastic scope on it, but out in the field, is this the one? Oh yeah, this is the Torg pistol. And the fire rate's just a little too low on that. I think I ended up field testing this too, because I'm just curious about like the stability thing. But up against a slippery rifle, the slippery rifle's just got a great fire rate and a fantastic scope. So that's hard to beat. Now I bet you I'm comparing slack ratings on these two. Slack rating on the slippery rifle is 7,500. This reload's pretty good. And the slack rating on this is, slow down there, slack. 2663 times 1.8. Trying to read that without my glasses, so if I got it wrong. Yeah, see, it's not going to really measure up. The only thing it's got going for is the stability thing and the reload speed. Okay, down to the purging TMP. This I actually end up keeping and trying out as a slagger. Looks great on paper, but comes right up to it in the field. It wasn't that great of a slagger after all. Took a lot to get the enemy slagged, which is the only reason I'm considering keeping it. So I eventually end up selling that. And it's boom time. Fine, Widowmaker is not going to measure up to my field rifle or field whatchamacallit? Field iron. The cash to defray the cost of gambling. Kind of a hint. That's enough. That's enough gambling, Slack. No, Slack wants to do a little more. Yeah, I think what I'm doing is I'm checking to see if how much money I have. And how much I can sell. Maybe I could do a little more gambling.
I think it might be.
I'm legally obligated to tell you.
Off to
I'm
sell.
a real doctor.
Am I gonna do more gambling? I don't think so. It's off to the southern shelf. I'm presuming. To get some ammo? Yep. There we go. Coming up next, the Mighty Morphin side mission for Sir Hammerlock, where we have to kill a whole bunch of super mutated badass
Welcome,
Varkas.
customer. Pleasure doing business.
Out in the Tundra
May it help you
Express.
kill many things. You're
Breaking
my
into a new
friend.
map.
Tell your friend, Marcus Munition.
The Tundra Express. That's going to be our home for the next dozen or so videos. Taking care of business there. I want to thank you all very much for
You'll
watching.
have to signal our man. I bet anything he's sleeping off a hangover, so you'll have to wake him up. The sound of some VAR kids burning alive at the same time ought to do it. You got a fire gun, right?
I do. And that is it. Thanks a lot for watching. See you next video.